Merriam-Webster dictionary announced the word of the year for 2022. And are you surprised to learn that it's gaslighting? In fact, gaslighting was looked up more this year by 1,740% compared to last year. Why all of a sudden interest in gaslighting? Do we have Taylor Swift's anti-hero song to thank for it? Could it be politics or the increased interest in medical gaslighting? Whatever the reason, I think it's great news that we're interested in the term. The problem is I don't think our interest and ability to define it will probably change the practice. I find it really interesting that we have gotten so interested in this as a society. And it makes me wonder whether or not this is going to have long-range impacts or not, whether or not we're going to do less of it because we're becoming increasingly aware and concerned about it. My fear is that it really actually won't change anything at a basic level, that people are going to continue to gaslight news, medical facilities and professionals, politicians. People in power will continue to use this strategy because it's so darn effective. It's a very manipulative, long-term practice of changing the perpetrator's reality for the victims. In other words, the victim is talked out of what they believe, see, feel, and experience around them. Their reality is denied, and the other person's reality is placed on top of it instead of. So it's great news that we're increasingly aware of what gaslighting is and that we want to learn the definition of it, and maybe even we're getting better at identifying the type of gaslighting, from Darvo to outright lying to other forms of making people feel sensitive, crazy, or invalidated. But I suspect when it comes right down to it, we're not going to see a whole lot of change in human behavior. That we're not going to treat each other better than we have before. That, in fact, it may be even the fact that this is the word of the year is a form of gaslighting, because it gives us a sense of maybe there's going to be change, and then we'll find out down the road there's no change at all. That we've been deceived by the increased interest in gaslighting, and yet we don't see any actual improvement in life. So, do you know if you're being gaslit by someone? Are you able to recognize the signs? And more importantly, do you know what to do if someone in your life is using it as a way to deflect, distract, deceive, and manipulate you so that they aren't held accountable? As much as I'm thrilled that there is an increased awareness of the term gaslighting, I suspect that as a whole, we're going to be gaslit on multiple levels, whether it's at a political level, news, even medically, and probably in our relationships as well. So I'd like to know what you think. Do you think the fact that we are more aware and looking up in greater droves the word gaslighting is going to make a long-term difference in the amount of gaslighting we experience? Drop me a comment and let me know, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss future content on everything related to healthy relationships as well as narcissistic abuse, which includes gaslighting.